Well, hey everybody. I've been, I haven't done much today, except what I did do. You're probably gonna laugh at me, but I'll tell you in a minute. But first, I gotta see if I'm looking, see if there's any pears on here. It seems like they should be, well, Lord, I think, I don't even, I gotta look. I thought there was some on there. Oh, they are. They're just blending in with the leaves, apparently. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get up here where I can show you. You know, I'm always worried about what's gonna fall on my head when I'm down here. And get under these trees. I don't know if you can see them. It sure would be easier if y'all would just visit. Let's see, yeah, they're kind of blending right now. I think it's usually in August when they get ready. You can see, yeah, you can see, I can see them, but they sure are the same color as the leaves. It's not as loaded as, usually the lands have been draped down before it was so full that it's off year. Next year it'll probably be drooping again. Now let's go check out the apple tree that's probably getting eat up by something. The peaches did turn out really good though. They're the white peach, and I think I like them better than the pink. I don't know what you color the peach colored peach. You know, the inside is you have the white peaches or the peach color. I don't even know what color that really is actually. I guess my sister calls it yellow, but anything in the orange family is yellow to her anyhow. And it's her favorite color, and it's what I don't like that color at all. I don't know, there's something about yellow I just don't like. But the apple tree's got a lot on it, but the tree looks a little sad. And I'm not sure, but I thought I looked it up, and I'll have to go see if I left myself a note. I think that's in August as well. I had pulled one off yesterday, but I didn't cut it yet to see how it was doing, because it's the first year for the apples. And then, I check the figs. The figs are always last. That's the last resort for the deer. They come and eat everything else, and then when I see them down here by the figs, I'm still trying to catch them. They're the older they get, the smarter they get. That's why they get old. They're smart. So, it's hard to. They gotten better about hiding from me. When they see me. Well, usually if I sit real quiet, that they too busy eating my fruit to worry about me. You see, see, yeah, these are same color, but I don't know if you can see them. Oh, right there, you can. See, I don't know if you've ever picked them, but they get real purple, and then they're ready. I don't particularly care for them, but I had an uncle that loved them, and he always was wanting to know where if I had a fig tree or a fig, some people a bush or tree, but this I think is a tree. It looks like a tree, and I finally got one. I mean, it wasn't too long after we moved in here. We got it, and we planted it, and we have to keep it cut back because it just gets so big. I mean, it's like takes over. But originally, it wasn't right there. It was over here, and this, it was over here. It was in that dirt pile right there. That when the house burnt down, that's where it was at. In order for them to be able to get the bulldozer and do what they needed to do, we had to dig it up and we moved it for its own safety. But you know what? It made it. It survived, and it really surprised me how close it was to the house with that intense heat. And it survived. And I had another plant survive, which is I never. I came out here that day and I was looking around to see what was left. And in this front flower bed up there, I had that rose bush that's out of control right now. That was, every plant I have was given to me, like from someone's yard or from someone's heart, and I know the story of each one of them, and I'm so proud of them, and I love them, and when I see them, I think of that person. But that poor thing. I needed to make sure I trim it this year. It's a yellow rose bush. And it was here, and the house had fallen all around it. I might have a picture, actually. And I was so upset because I was trying to get it. And, you know, we always had, and do now, thankfully, a lot of tools in there, like shovels and hoes and, you know, things that you need to take care of a yard. But I didn't have anything because it was all melted in the yard. And I called this really good friend of mine. And she would say, what's the matter? What's the matter? And I said, I don't have a shovel. And I got to save this rose bush. And she said, I'll be there in a few minutes. And she pulled out, popped her trunk, pulled out a shovel. And you know, we dug it up and put it in a bucket. And I took it back to my son's house until we moved back in. Put it back in the ground. And she did. She gives me beautiful roses every year. So, you know, it's not... So the rose bush just keeps getting more stories because, you know, if she hadn't come and helped me that day, I don't know what I'd do. Because there was some of the walls still standing there. And I was, you know, it was nerve-wracking because I really wanted that rose bush, but I didn't want nobody to get hurt, you know. So we were holding the wall up and digging, just keeping our hands so it wouldn't fall over on us. And she was just so sweet to me then. Just so sweet all the time. One time I seen a mouse. It wasn't long after I moved up here, I seen a mouse, and I had just barely met her. And I didn't know what to do because I'd never encountered a mouse that just was that brave, you know. To me, it was a giant animal. But I got on the counter in the kitchen, and I was up there standing, and my feet were dancing because I seen, you know, that monster. And I called her, and I said, I'm so sorry. And I know you don't know me that well, but I'm being held captive by this monster, and I really need some help. I don't know what to do. And I'm not coming down to let you in, so the door's open. She was here in about 15 minutes, and she come flying up in here. She said, what's the matter? And I told her it was, you know, beady-eyed and whiskers and stuff. And she said, is it a rat or a mouse? And I was like, I don't know. It could have been a chipmunk for all I know. It's the first time coming up here. It was the first time I'd ever seen a chipmunk. So anyhow, she found out it was a mouse, and she was here all the way up to Brett got home because, you know, I'm pretty hard to coax down once I get up on something, and you don't have that out of the way. I'm not real good with that kind of thing. Never grew up around it. So anyway, she stayed till Brett got home, and they set a trap, and then I was scared I'd find this stupid mouse dead in the morning, so I made him check it before he left for work. And he got it, thankfully. But trust me, since then, you know, they come in all the time. They visit all the time. And I try to avoid them, and I hope they avoid me because they scare me. But, you know, it's just part of my training since I moved here. It's been a training process for me, and I know if I'd been graded on it, I would have failed so many times. But that's okay, I guess. You know, I'm Lord. It's not like I'm gonna go out there mouse hunting. I'm not gonna put me a sign in the truck window and offer my services as mouse hunter. I'm more of a mouse runner fromer. I'm not gonna help with the mouses. But anyhow, I'm gonna stop this one. You know, I come outside. I guess I just came out here to be food for the mosquitoes, and sometimes they really enjoy a little taste of my blood, and I don't particularly enjoy them biting on me, but I guess somebody's got to be food for somebody, so that's my job today, is I get to bless the mosquitoes. I'll be back, y'all.